Ek is kak. Did I ever say that? No way. Welcome everybody to round 3 here in Mexico.
Would you ever say that? Who's out? There's a few guys out there already. I see. Oh, okay. We started a
Because
little bit
guys,
late,
as you can hear, that guy who jumped his queue again. Anyway, some of you know him. Just some information about him, by the way. Some people say he is the wind in Gone with the Wind. Other people say he is the friend that Demius Russo sang about when he said, "My friend the wind." All I know is he's called Devon Alice.
Good evening, guys. Sorry for jumping the gun, Johan. I'll try not to do that next time.
Just want to get some stats as always. Just update here.
But here we are again.
Yeah.
Mexico. Round 3.
Round 3 already.
And already some guys out, Steph's out, Meta out, Nismat's out, Sebastian out, Vino out, Sean out. Oh my word.
Guys are in a hurry. So far 18 guys on the grid. We have one guy potentially, he was going to join, but a bit of internet issues at the last minute. So let's hope he can join before the race starts. Rather miss quali and then still make the race. One guy still on his way, he's going to join for the race. So we hopefully have 19, maybe 20. But still a good turnout, 18 drivers.
Yeah, I mean, this is third race and we've had about, what, average of 17, 18 drivers on the grid.
Yeah, so good start to the season.
Very good. Very good racing as well. I mean, if you could think back to last week, between Matt and Muna, or not Sebastian, chasing each other lap after lap after lap.
And then Matt and not Kimi, when RZDV was in the mix there. But what was nice about last week, as much as you saw the front runners having battles, you actually saw battles throughout the grid. Everybody had some sort of battle that they got involved in. And that's nice to see if everybody battles. Oh, and this Max invalidated his lap there. Always a tricky sector there. Just coming into sector 2. Those first few corners, it's tricky. And of course, when this next section, those S's coming up, it's so easy to invalidate the lap there. Talk about jumping the gun. So RZDV didn't wait for an invitation. Thank you, Robs. Appreciate it. Confirming no rain there. No, Staffy and Boinky suck at this lately. So Rob just helping us there. Thanks. Appreciate the weather report. So no rain predicted. And Mr. Formula 1 sim racer Quinton, we also confirmed dry race. Thank you for that, boys. So always nice. It's a bit, it's already a, well, as I say, one of those technically correct, call it political correct if you want, but technical correct tracks. And quite a bit of rain in there. Oh, not a nice one.
Well, I mean, if I recall last year, I think I was still racing, I raced this track last year still. And it started getting greasy. Like, just enough to think about going on inters.
You now you freaking, you actually jerking the memory there. That was the race, which actually not Kimi won. And he actually jumped on inters and had to quickly switch back. Because it was at that point, you want to go inters, but it's not really inters. And in the end, it wasn't necessary for inters, and that's it. And we actually had more than one of those races last season.
It was a fun race, nonetheless. But yeah, back to tonight. I haven't. That little bit of tank slapper there by Matter. No stats.
Forza 115.
None. No stats for once.
And
well, I suppose I can't have any stats. No running has been done obviously on Mexico yet anyway, because Mexico would only have been later throughout the season. Yeah, and I didn't take any to it. Pardon me.
So let's not take 2019 results, because track stuff has changed since then. Matt is out as well, of course, race winner of last week, but coming into the pits.
Oh,
so
coming into the pits. Okay.
Yeah, but he invalidated his lap as well, so he jumped into the pits. Just over 12 and a half still to go. So long way still to go.
Not Kimi is out. Let's see. There's a DHL board right there.
Oh, no. The whole pit lane has got DHL sign, so you can hit any of them.
Oh, but that's not him. I wasn't riding on board with the one for the DHL, right? With the DHL. That
Now,
loves the
there's the,
DHL board.
there's the DHL guy. I'm riding with him. Currently in 4th place. I was about to say 3rd place, but then as I say that he dropped down. As Quentin went faster, so 1:15.4.
Kimi coming out of the lot on the final turn, and he sets a fast
Oh,
as
1:15.2. Getting Red Bull in there. Of course, one of those Red Bulls had a huge shunt earlier today. Talking about, of course, the British Grand Prix this week.
I saw that. It was quite a big one.
Nasty one, yeah. The whole back part of got. Ooh, talk about the back part. I wanted to say the back part, the back of the car actually ended up in the barriers. Yeah, it was for a moment there. Not Kimi almost lost his back end. Of course, just a repeat. I have a repeat of. I'm not. I think I'm starting to see a pattern here. So please, people, I apologize. Just bear with us. But race 1, race 2, and now race 3, for some reason, I don't have game sound in Q1. So I'm hoping again, like with the previous 2 rounds, I get it back in quali 2.
You should. I've actually got race sound, so I.
Yeah, you had race 1, and then last week you didn't, and now you have again. Mine is still so far all 3. No. So yeah, that's fine. We do Q1 in silence, but at least we will make up for that silence. And then, of course, in Q2 we should be back to normal.
I'm just looking at some of the. Oh, pardon me.
Ooh, somebody's tap running coffee is getting some sort of a reflux comeback now.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I do apologize.
Coffee.
Well, you know, I love my coffee.
You know what?
No
What's the best thing? But it's a sad part that it's you need to drink now very responsibly. But you know what's the nice thing? To hear that. Sorry, Kimi.
There's a few guys.
Do a stream afterwards because I know you hate me and not Sebastian for that when we do that to you.
There's a few guys that will be upset with you though. But yeah, getting back to some racing.
Force going out again. Not sure why. He did a good enough lap to see him definitely through to the next session. Always risky going out again, pushing harder to beat your time and destroying your car, and that's your whole qualifying over. So I can't really understand. And I said it before. I said it last season. I'm going to keep on saying it. 1:15 is a fine time. That's more than safe. Why want to risk the car? I mean, there's staff already. Retired. Yeah, he retired, and I mean that's a 1:17. So that's already 2 seconds off, almost 2 seconds off Force. So Force is safe. And of course, with only 18 cars, it's only 3 that's going to be eliminated. Of course, top 15 will go through. Normally, it's always a top 15 regardless. So you have 3 guys to be eliminated after this session. There's no sign yet of the judge or Chen, so let's still make their way in.
Long race again tonight, 71 laps.
Yeah, a relatively short track.
Yeah, it's only about what?
But it's going to be a tiring one because,
4.
like I said,
Ks?
4.3 more or less.
4.3 Ks, yeah. But turn 1's going to be interesting though because this long stretch before turn 1, everybody's going to want to be on that little piece of tarmac.
Yes.
That's going into turn 1 and turn 2 and 3. So, yeah, let's just hope for a clean turn 1. Like we always say.
Because it's a very, 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 very long run down to turn 1.
Yeah. You can lose the race on turn 1, but you can't win it.
Of course. The full name, of course, Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. So, Devin, can you tell me what does that name mean or where does it come from?
I can Google it for you.
No. If you listen to my stream, I actually said it last season as well. Talk about that crazy race where it looked like it's going to rain and everybody wanted to jump on the Inters. I actually mentioned it in that race.
I was racing. I was trying to concentrate on actually finishing. It's a bit difficult.
Okay.
I don't know how people actually do that though. I can't race and listen to a stream. It's a bit difficult.
So basically, Hermanos is referring to Bravos. Oh, and as I say, that winner 115.1.
Guys are going quick.
He's getting used to the game compared to last week being his first competitive race with a new game. Now he's getting used to it. So Hermanos basically refers to Bravos. So Hermanos Rodriguez, Bravos Rodriguez. So what it is, it's two brothers, Pedro and Ricardo, who actually lost their lives here at this track. So this track was actually named in remembrance to those two brothers, Ricardo and Pedro. So Hermanos Rodriguez, Bravos Rodriguez.
Advisor to the Mexican president, Adolf Lopez Mateo. I actually have my laptop up in front of me though.
Nah. But of course it was a couple of years apart. The two lost their lives here.
Possibly about racing.
But yeah, talk about F1. Talk about exciting stuff. Confirmed.
Did you see who's back? Did you see who's back in
an additional 3 tracks added to the calendar. So the calendar now expanded to 13 races. Of course, we got Imola. We got Portugal. I mean, Portugal. Come on, how long ago was that?
I'm looking forward to Imola. I'm really looking forward to Imola.
It would be nice to see Imola more permanently on a track.
Exactly.
But of course, also confirmed, we will not see any race in the Americas this year. So Canada, of course, Circuit of the Americas, Mexico, and Brazil all cancelled. No. Of course, I see the track owner or the track operators, in Brazil, they're furious because they feel they have a capacity and it's safe to go there. They can run it in short notice. So they're they're thinking about legal action, challenging the F1's decision not to take it to Brazil this year.
Yeah, just on that, I don't know if you saw that who was back into Force India in a Racing Point. In a Racing Point.
Well, you can say Force India because Force India, that was the team known. But then again, if you go further back in history, it's actually interesting to go see who these teams were.
But yeah, I'm happy to see a former
if you think about it, Red Bull is the old Jaguar team.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Okay, FYI. Yeah,
4 minutes left in the
that's
session.
Basically what happened to the Jaguar team.
Okay. I see that they actually updated the Mercedes livery.
And if you think about it, the old Honda team, or the BAR Honda, remember that Earthworks livery and stuff like that. Jacques Villeneuve at one stage as well. Barrichello made a stint, and if you think about it, Button and Barrichello was there at the time Honda. Honda actually became Braun GP. And of course, Braun GP today we know as Mercedes. So think about it, Honda, when it was BAR Honda, that team was not performing. It was, a bad, crappy team. You then had Braun GP that won a championship, of course, giving Jenson Button his only world championship. And a few years later, you have a total dominance by Merck. See how teams evolve.
Yeah, total dominance. I mean, sure. We don't see anybody catching the Mercs.
No, unfortunately
not. At this current point in time.
Well, if you look at it, there's more teams that really self-destruct actually at the moment, and a certain red car comes to mind.
Just leave the Scarlet out of this.
No, but I still think it's more about internal BS going on.
Yeah.
Ooh, Eddie putting wheels on grass there as he came out of the pits. Luckily kept it all together.
Let's back on
Of
track.
course, we had this
back.
week. So the game got patched this week. So those guys that has been watching us so far, watch the first two races, you will see. Just want to go here quickly. There we go. There's Legend. As you can see, the Mercs are no longer silver. It is now the black livery.
Black, yeah.
That's the update that came out this week.
Was it really
wow, Steff's. Even Steff thinks he's Rander tonight. Also gooiing his Afrikaans tonight. Showing there that as a dog he can even bark in Afrikaans. Oh, Steffi doesn't have a setup for Mexico. And Boinky says Mexico is very hard on fuel. What about tires, then?
Fuel.
1.5 minutes to go. We're not going to see a lot of activity right now, to be honest. So some guys out, some going out.
Well, Steffi is obviously out.
Steffi's confirmed, eliminated. But I keep on saying, and I'm going to probably say it again. But last is not the worst place. I mean, there's Mr. RJDV, 2 races in a row. He started towards the back. And look at where he ended last week.
He was driver of the day last week, right?
Steph,
you and me, yeah.
It is kind of forced on you. It's there, it's done. You can't go back to the silver. They overrode the silver with the black. So unfortunately, I'm with you there. I would have also then chose the silver. I know Rob also would have, because Rob prefers the silver. What is John doing there? Okay, we're getting back to get out of the way of that Merc.
We actually have 19 drivers. Judge actually managed to join.
Judge sneaked in here. Again, it's not showing. It's not showing the pop-ups yet for bottom.
But
unless I leave it like that, where you're going to see the button prompts, but still, no. Something that I don't like about this game compared to last season, you see that yellow flag is just staying there for a moment. You have to cycle through the buttons just to get those notifications. So the prompts at the bottoms also, you don't see it. So my co-commentator will have to call out penalties again. Ay.
Well, let's see, it's not doing the same, not doing it for me either.
Yeah, it's I don't know, they patch stuff and then it gets worse. Some things gets better, and then other stuff that was perfect gets buggered in the process. Story of patches.
Let's just hide the
other two guys, of course, other guys in the drop zone at the moment is Legend and Carterboy. Of course, no, it looks like Judge did manage. Yeah, no, Judge is on track. So he he joined in time. He's on track. He's actually allowed. He can go do a lap.
Yeah, but the time is out, so I don't know if he's doing a lap or if it's an out lap.
No, it shows he's on a lap. Riding here with Judge. He's definitely in control of the car. It's not ghosting or anything.
He's not going very fast though, so...
No.
And it's already 2 minutes, so that's not... He's
on his time is over. Looking at those minutes, no, there's not enough. Yeah, but you know what? As we just said now, this graphics, I don't know if we can trust this graphics. Mer coming around, being caught out there by the Judge. Judge was in the corner. Now this is kind of that I saw at Midweek Racing last season, commentating there. Your time has expired, but when you still see a guy on track, it looks like he's not going to make it. But comes across the start-finish line and then still shows he's got a lap. He's not done. Weird stuff. Yeah, no, Steph, I'm going to go with you there. Flipping now, what the hell? Twice in one night, I agree with Steph. This is not right. I also blame the black livery, at least the patch that brought it in.
I am lost. I don't see any of the comments, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Steph is just saying there he blames the black livery because of the comments I just made about the stuff seem to be broken. He says he blames the black livery. That's why I say, yeah, it's the new patch that came in, so every time there's a patch to fix something, he tends to break something else. And yeah, it's kind of like the history. We said it before in previous versions of the game as well. Patches bring nice stuff, but sometimes it also triggers bad chain reaction elsewhere. But you know what? That's how it goes. You can't get it all, eh? And here we go. third time tonight, I agree with that bloody dog. Come on. He's saying we bring in new tracks. I agree. Why can't we have those tracks as well? I mean, COVID-19, 2020 is a crazy mixed up year. Do something different, Codemasters. I know it's not something you normally do. Just go do something different. Make it interesting and give the guys the option of including it. I mean, you can customize your championships now in career. Would be nice if you actually have now those extra tracks. For arguments, you have 26 tracks to make your 22 or 16 or 10 race calendar from. Come on.
Pay DLC maybe?
Yeah, but you know what? That's not even talked about, so I don't know. I very much doubt it. So, Steph, what we said last week, of course, 3 times Italy, but what's nice about Italy versus Austria and Great Britain, although it's 3 times Italy, it's going to be 3 different tracks. It's not a double headers of the same track twice in a row, or in Italy's case, 3 times in a row.
I'm not sure.
No, Rob, you are.
I'm not sure if you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing, Johan.
Yeah, no, I see that. Staffy actually I just read Staffy's comment, and as I looked up, I saw it. Romain Grosjean in 20th place.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's all about, though.
It can be that the host actually allowed an AI or 2 to make up for those 2 guys that's still to come in.
Ah, okay.
To make sure that they are able to join. Because we got the judge in, so that's 4 guys then actually in the drop zone. So the complete list in the drop zone is Legend, Staffy, Carterboy, and the judge. Of course, the top 15 will make it through to Q2, where another 5 will be eliminated. So we're just waiting for Mr. Chen, then that will be a full grid tonight.
Now let's hope he can join in time. Otherwise, it's waiting till next week. Maybe next week.
Well, at least he's got the game.
Yeah, at least he's got the game.
Well, Staffy didn't work before, so who knows? Codemasters have proven themselves before, so it's not something to get excited about. Already very close in front, as you can see, between those top 3. So let's see what the next round brings, of course.
So just mute the screen taking really long.
No, it's taking very long.
I hope we don't have a repeat of last week though, because that was
Carterboy spinning. Oh, Devin, why did you have to go say it? I see guys making comments here. Carterboy, there's a bit of lag on his side. As soon as he's in, yeah, so there's a suppose unfortunately you need to leave a lobby. Holding up everybody. That is the downside of the dodgy network.
Well, would you be able to leave?
I don't think the net is strong enough to support 2 machines. Hey, the guys are furious. Carterboy's holding us up here. Always sad. I don't want to say this. Think about the rest of the guys. I know it's a sacrifice no one wants to make, but think of everybody. That's why even if I have a nat free, I will never do something like F1 because you will be all over the place. Think about the guys around you.
Ooh, let's go. Q2.
Ja, Ronnie, hy dop gaan nie lank hou nie. Another thing that I would like is once you selected your preferred settings for your display, I would like to see it carry through all the way to the race, but at the start of every session you need to But anyway, on the bright side, sound's back. At least we can hear cars this time.
Sound back for you.
Yeah.
That's never been gone. Oh, Boinky's out first.
Boinky's out. Yeah, because he actually made himself now very list for a dop. So you want to go get a lap in and then grab himself a dop.
Not Sebastian also out.
Yeah. Again, trying a bit of a strategy like last week. Let's see if it will work this time. 5 guys thinking different. Of course, last week it didn't work out. Those guys had to come in and change tyres. Because there was some margin, and all of those guys on the harder tyre last week were in danger of being eliminated, so they had to change their strategies. So let's see if they can pull it off this time round. Medium tyre, very nice tyre if you can heat it up and it gets into the right operating window and you can make it work for you.
Oh, what is Pickle doing?
Pickle being
this is not time to be racing,
boys. Pickle being a clown. I can only imagine the comments afterwards. The Pickle and crew is going to have some harsh words coming their way.
Muna just giving himself some space.
Yeah, because that's actually what Pickle should have done. Just backed off and let not Sebastian get away, and then he forced his way past.
I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you watched some. Sorry, but we're getting
Staff's teammate there. I see. Yeah.
Getting sidetracked a little bit. I don't know if you saw free practice 1. The
I only saw the tweet.
Spinning. The 2 alpha spinning. Coming out on.
Are we talking about Alfa Romeo or Alpha Tauri?
Sorry, Alfa Romeo.
Thank you.
Kimi and
Giovinazzi.
There we go.
Antonio Giovinazzi.
I actually never seen a tyre look that bad though. After he spun.
But you know what? That is Silverstone for you. Go back in the last 5 years. Look at a few races that we had, how the guys complained about tyre deck, and there's even a time where the Ferrari lost rear tyres. There was actually a couple of guys with punctures, even Merck I think 1 year suffered punctures. So the degradation in Silverstone is, yeah, it's something else. And I see they actually doing harder compounds versus softer compounds in the 2 races. So they're not going to use the exact same tyre compounds in both races.
Yeah, there's a softer compound than the current soft used next week. So next week's soft will be, or this week's soft will be next week's medium. This week's medium will be next week's hard. And then there's a newer soft tyre being brought in. And
yeah, but from what you see, if you don't know the technical part, it's going to look exactly the same: white, yellow, red. I actually preferred it 3 years ago, when you actually had the purple, and of course the pastel, ultra soft, and then obviously you had the pastel pink if you want, which was for hyper soft, even softer. Then then you had your red, which was super soft. You had yellow, which was obviously your soft. So you had soft, super soft, ultra soft, hyper soft. You actually had then the hard tyre that was white. You actually had a harder tyre which had a blue sidewall. And that was the tyre of choice at Silverstone, just to show you the degradation at that track. Even Spain at one stage, it was preferred to do Spain with a harder compound. You haven't seen the red tyres used at Silverstone and of course at Spain. But now with the tyre compounds as it is currently, of course, you tend to see all 3.
I remember those hyper soft. Sure.
Oh, and Gafpeak with a power failure. Staffy just say Gafpeak's got a power failure.
Sebastian just
that's why he's still in the pits.
His lap.
If he can get Virginie on and hopefully get back in his car. Just under 10 minutes to go. Only 3 guys set some times so far. Fastest at the moment, Matt. Back in the pit. Then we got Vino and Pickle. So far all 3 guys who set the time are the harder tyres.
See, so since nobody is watching my stream currently, I'm going to go have a look at who is doing what on tyres.
Go for it. As if I'm not showing that information. Never.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah.
Only 5 so far. Oh, and Vino retired.
Ooh, Nismac's going faster. Or
The
fastest, should I say.
Alpha Tauri boys are feeling confident tonight. 116.2 is a bit pushing it. But it can be safe. But the 115 once already. We saw it in Q1 as well. So these guys, we're going to see a epic battle for pole.
I don't know if I should believe what I saw in Tantra, but I think the guys were doing 114s.
Yeah, I heard so. I haven't checked myself, but that's what I heard.
114. I mean, they're about a second off the pace currently.
Wow, 80 to 115.5. So 80 also getting to grips with this game.
Just riding aboard Kimi coming out of, what is that, turn 1, 2, 3,
Springbok
4,
game
5,
is
6,
also
7.
out there.
Kimi
slowing down. Yeah, just seeing a faster Alpha McLaren coming through. Just waiting for the McLaren to clear, and then he will go and force a 115.0. Xavier Quinton breaks into the 140, so 114.6. There we go. There's your 114s that you spoke about.
I suppose the track is becoming rubbered in a little bit. Guys setting up faster times. Not Fernando out as well. Down the back straight.
At least it seems like the yellow flag indicator stays a bit longer. Oh, and Kimi's coming back in. Let's hope it stays like that, so at least we can get more information through the course of the evening.
Fernando down turn 7, coming out of turn 16, turn 17.
Not Sebastian out there, he's starting out lap now.
And a 117.1.
Just waving for us there with his rear wing, for those who saw that. Open, close, open. Just a friendly quick wave to say hi.
He'll be listening to us. Nice. Gavin's still in the pit.
Oh, and his teammate's actually behind him. Can Fernando get close enough to pick up a bit of a toe there? The Alpha boy's going really close.
Hasn't said the time yet though.
Nope. Fernando did. He's currently on the border.
Turn 7 now for Muna.
Yeah, the S is coming up.
Yeah. Coming to turn 11 or coming out of turn 11. Looking down to turn 12. Turn 13 is the.
For those of you.
This used to be the old baseball stadium, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Correct?
They call it the stadium section as well. But yeah, it is the old stadium, because just riding on board here with Not Sebastian and just looking at those views. Funny that you would, why you were saying that, I actually looked at that part. The nice thing about the new view that's available this year, you can actually ride on board to somebody and look at the detail on the track, which you never could have appreciated before. And as you talked about the stadium section, that's actually what I was looking at there. Very nice having this feature that you can actually now ride on board with a car, and you can change the angle where you want to look sideways or to the cars behind. This is actually a nice view to start the race with. Being on with a lead car looking back, you can actually see what happens on the grid behind him.
I do that though.
Yeah, same.
It starts.
Because you can actually see the grid there.
Exactly, especially from the leader's perspective. Riding on board, Rob's just starting his flying lap in that number
Gas peak still not back. Not sure if that's going to be a long power outage and he's gone for good. Let's hope not. Of course, need to be back before the race starts to be in the race.
Well, there's 4.5 minutes left of this session, and
not Kimi out on his way again. Of course, gas peak, as we just said. So Kimi, John, RDV, the guys who still to post times. RDV is out there, as you mentioned. John still in the pits.
Rob is going down to turn 7 at the moment, starting the S's.
Not Fernando's in the drop zone, and Pickle now right on the border. So 117 is not enough.
A bit of tank slapper there. for Rob coming up to turn 12. Ooh, and he runs wide. I wonder if that was, if we were to have a Grand Prix here, would that be,
Devon.
track limits?
Devon. Devon, don't worry, X-Cock.
And he sits a 115 though, and he
Precisely
goes
my point. Cement bagging at his best. And when I call him up for cement bagging, when it's new. Hey, Gaff is back. Gaff is back. So yes, we got Gaff back.
Not Kimmy's gonna start. Let me just write a board. Not Kimmy. Close all this.
Of course you will. Of course you're gonna write a board with not Kimmy. That's your main man.
Well, I did take him out last year in Silverstone. I do
apologize. And since when he became you became his #1 fan. That guy got into your head. Oh yes, and talk about which, for the folks out there who don't know this, last season Silverstone, which was pretty much round 5, round 6, and that's actually the same time when Chen joined us, and since then Chen has been in the mix, coming through nicely. That was the last race that Devon actually spent on track. He and Wazi had to come together, which actually ended up very sadly for both. And since then, Dave actually found his way in the comms box and never looked back.
I still feel bad about that though. But you will find me on a GT3 race. You will find me there.
Now, and the funny thing is that season, Kimi went on to win. So he must actually thank you because you made him go harder to make up for that.
I still think... ooh, this is a nice view coming from the stadium section now. That's very nice.
Silverstone stuff, I don't give a crap. I don't give a rat's ass. I have a full British friend.
And he goes
the real British talk about Silverstone. They don't say Silverstone like us.
Jean's also out, leaving it very late. Gav, I think
leaving yourself very little room for error.
Yeah, Gav, little bit of lag from Gav's side. I don't know if it's me or Gav.
Maybe just the internet connection still warming up after the power failure.
Just stabilizing, I suppose. But it seems fine right now. Vino retired. Seems like he's happy to be starting on free choice of tires.
Yeah, but Gav have a perfect sector. But as I say, that he invalidated his lap. But he
at least he'll get around.
Then he have enough time. He have enough time, definitely.
But
the pressure's on Jean, because Jean now having to slow for all these guys coming past him. You need to be careful that he have enough time to at least do one lap.
Gav is going to set the time now. This tire is
no, Gav Peak's time was invalidated. This is not going to be a time.
Yeah, but now he's going to start the race on a set of tires that are 2 laps old.
Technically speaking, yes.
So, I don't know.
That's why you need to make those count. You need to switch it on that very, very, very first lap, so that you don't need to do an extra second or third and take more out of the life of his tires.
A little bit of a lock up there by him.
Was careful with it. Oh, and he invalidates again, and this he's not gonna. No, he's not gonna have enough time to come around.
No, there's 30 seconds left.
It's like corner cutting in this game is very harsh compared to last season.
And
now Gav parks, he just parks it not far off in a very, very, very dangerous place where he parked it.
And Jean is sector 1.
Gav, please, can you move your car, proceed to the pits and then retire? Just parking it on track and retire is going to result in a penalty for you. Oh, luckily he saw Springbok Gamer. Well done, Gav. For a moment I saw a collision incoming. So Vino definitely eliminated. Springbok Gamer is in there. Jean Pickle is in the pit, so he's also going to be eliminated.
Jean coming down to turn 12 now. Turn 13 in the stadium section.
Gav Peak, of course, is out, as we already know. Let's see, John, our final corner is.
Turn 17 is long, right-hander.
And he goes 12, also still in the elimination, so both McLarens basically being eliminated. Springbok Game is still out, everybody's eyes in the pit. Yeah, both McLarens out. Jean
not far
Pickle
off, though,
and
10th.
Gav Pick. So that's pretty much it. So Vino, Jean, Springbok, Jean Pickle and Gav Pick are the guys to be eliminated. So not Fernando yet again. And we're going through to Q3.
Sneaks into Q3 by a 10th.
Oh, and Matt just showing 114.6 just for some bragging rights at the last moment, setting the fastest lap.
Now he's just showing off.
Because that's pretty, yeah,
He's
something
just
like
showing
that.
off.
Because he's pretty much done. Everyone else is done. We're just waiting for those guys that's in the pit to retire. Then this session will be over.
Those guys, the top 10, that's going to start Q3 now. Starting on those set of tires, they set their fastest lap on. So let's hope Matt did not take too much out of those tires.
Yeah, we're going to have to start the race on that tires. But it's only one lap.
I suppose we can have a look-see. Yeah, one lap. But everybody
Just
did
waiting for not Kimi, 80, and Boinkies and Quinton to retire.
I don't know if you looked at this though, but strangely enough, last week's happenings are happening again. Those that went out on a different tire,
they had to change.
they came back and put on
The medium tires are not working like it did in last year's game. Because if you look back at 2019, how many of them went on mediums in the second quali session and they made it through? But yeah, 2 weeks in a row now, you see them going out on mediums.
and having to come back and change.
Okay, there we go, we're back.
Oh, there we go.
Finally, guys have retired. And that brings Q2 to an end.
Wow, from first to 10th, separated by 1.5 seconds.
Just those three crazy ones in front in the 114s, but pretty much 115s. So not Fernando in the end did a low 116, that was enough for him to be safe. But just because Vino was very close with those mediums. And John as well, and Springbok gave her not far off.
I suppose we'll see a lot more 114s coming up now in Q3. Sandbags, sandbags, cement bags, water bags, whatever you want to call it.
And I see Steph having an ABBA moment there, showing off his age. Probably listened to a lot of ABBA while he was growing up.
Which
That's
one?
all.
Dancing Queen? Steph,
Well, no,
Dancing
Steph
Queen.
is the dancing queen.
Well, that was ever, right?
Yep, it is an ABBA song. But they were singing about Steph at the time we did the song.
Alright, I hear a car firing up. See,
Yeah.
there we go. Force out.
Fast is going to get this on. Both Renaults here, both Alfa Romeos here. So, yeah, they need to capitalize on this.
Rob's
Nismax also coming down the pit lane now. Oh, Quinton as well.
Ooh, it's a busy circuit.
Hey, these
Okay,
guys are
nobody-
getting out there. Everybody want to just go for it.
Force got a purple helmet I don't know if he had a purple helmet last week as well. I just noticed.
Have a purple setting out on the yellow. Purple looks more pink, but okay, whichever it is, he's got that.
Everybody except Matt and not Fernando and AD in the pits.
Yeah. Matt also not somebody who's in a hurry to get out there, knowing that these guys going to rush out there. Because there's always the potential for some maracas happening.
Well, he just hit the fastest time in the last lap, or the last,
And of course,
The
pole
final
sitter,
minute- the final minutes in the pit.
and race winner last week. So let's see if he can repeat it tonight.
Out of curiosity, let me just check. What is the championship standings? Let's just check quickly.
It is actually close.
Where is it? Where is it? Ah, there we go.
It's actually very close.
I just want to give. There we go. After round 2, okay, Matter on 63.5 points, Not Kimmy on 58.5, Rob on 51, Jean on 36, Quentin on 36, Boinkies on 30, Not Sebastian on 28, Steffi on 26, Nizmax on 26. Oh, now my eyes are failing me.
Oh.
Gavin on 22, Not Fernando on 20, Foss on 19, 80 on 19, Vino on 15, Springbok Gamer 12, Carterboy 12, The Judge 11, Pickle 10, Legend 6.
Can you hear me race? Can you hear me race? Oh, Fossy!
Constructors, Renault is doing quite well.
Yeah, Renault's got
Followed by Mercedes.
Strong because since Foss came back, Matt actually got a teammate now bringing points, and of course solid finish 1st and 5th last week. And Force 115.2 to start things off here. Let's see what Quentin's going to do. And Sebastian already into the 140, so 114.4.
I figured we'll be getting a low.
Are we going to see a 139 perhaps, or is that really pushing it?
I'll try a 114 flat, but I've been known to be wrong.
Yeah, but we're probably greedy. Because Quentin a 114.5 and Not Sebastian a 114.4. So Matt also out now. 80 as well, just Not Fernando still in the pits. Matt also having his helmet colors matching his car colors. Kind of like something I also like to do. And funny enough, how many guys actually took this helmet design? Because that's one thing that came out, the helmet designs this season is a bit limited. It would be nice if they allow you to... It would be nice if they allow you to go completely bonkers and you design your helmet, the layout, you know, line, whatever, completely from scratch. That would be nice.
Rider board with Winkies coming to... Where are we now? Stadium section?
After all, helmet is a guy's signature look.
Talking about helmets, have you seen Lando
Norris? Yes. That's actually a very great concept. You know what? That guy is fast, at a rapid rate, winning people over.
Yeah, exactly. But
ran a competition and took a design of a 6-year-old. It looks like a kiddie's helmet, the kiddie's drawing, and that's exactly what he went for.
It actually does look quite cool.
And a guy that actually sits under the car, stripping the car with his mechanics. I mean, if you had a Michael Schumacher on the grid, that is what you could be used to. Because Schumacher, rather than being in the hotel or whatever, he was always with his mechanics. One of the things that made him what he was. That's why he was such a good driver, because he could give feedback to the mechanics. He could actually interpret from the mechanics and apply the racing. So it went both ways. So, I don't know, yeah, Lewis is good, but Lewis were placed in a car from day one. But actually were performance, and of course when McLaren started going backwards, of course, Merck was just right at the right time. He took a bit of a gamble, but it worked for him. So
80 is going backwards. He's driving backwards into the pits.
The pits, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, you're seeing this. He's driving backwards.
Oh, wow.
What I saw was...
I can't even change the camera. I actually want to see this, but I can't even drive on board with him. Oh wow! Even that little, even that indicator on the map showed that he was driving into the wrong, coming to the pits the wrong way around. Oh, some crazy stuff.
I thought I was going crazy.
Staff says he's knowing you and he's knowing him. Knowing you, knowing me. Your staff is full of ABBA tonight. Watch, and he's probably going to sing Super Trooper to the pole sitter.
Well, it's better than singing Coco Power Rangers.
Oh, no, please please don't provoke. No, yeah, I almost freaking did for Power Rangers there. Please, don't provoke Rob. No, please, don't get Rob started. C-Force is going a bit of track there to make the line more straight as possible.
See, not Fernandez out as well. Some guys haven't set the time yet. AD,
Yeah,
Kimi
back
Rob.
in. Yeah.
Rob's waiting till the last, I see
Just
again.
over 4.5 minutes. Cement bags didn't drop off as yet, it's still there. Wait for it.
Sees Sebastian still the fastest with a 1:14.4 provisional pole setter for now.
Oh wow. Staff is entertaining himself with ABBA. He's thanking whoever for the music now. And I say thank you for the music.
Check, I suppose. Oh.
The weird parties, I freaking know all the songs that he actually mentioned so far. Who's really showing their age? Oh, that's Fernando. Just a little bit of grip issues there.
Okay, he says right.
But he made it around. He's at speed. He's going. He's on his hard lap.
I think Rob is also out of the. I just saw Mercedes in the background coming
Okay,
out of the pitch. Yes,
how many times in one night can I agree with Staffy? Am I going stuff or is Staffy actually becoming a decent person?
Well, he's gonna be driving soon, so I suppose you won't be able to type anything.
Staffy's favorite car at the moment, not.
Okay, coming to turn 7.
A BLM livery.
7, then 8, then 9, 10, 11. The rundown, open the
cautious
DRS.
here, just a little bit cautious in the S's, of course. You don't want to. Weird part is literally just a wheel or two that you put off and then it's invalidated. So much for all fours that need to go off.
Well, not only that, you put your wheel on the curb.
No, but it's
and you
like
light
the
up the
game is
rears and you
extra. It's like extra strict on strict corner cutting, and we always use strict corner cutting. But it's extra strict this season. And of course, RJDV invalidated lap B.
Like you said, it's always dangerous leaving it late and then invalidating your two.
You leave yourself very little room for error. Those guys who go early can make a mistake and still have enough time to come fight. Just under 2.5 to go. And I'm already having my fingers crossed that we don't have a repeat of last week. Not about the racing, that was brilliant. Talking about that period going from qualifying into the restart. And RGTV put together a lap this time, now coming through the S's. Kept it clean, still valid. Few more corners to go, not Fernando pulling off track, just getting out of his way.
Who are you riding a bond with?
I'm here with Mr. RGTV.
Oh, okay. I'm with not Kimi.
Final
Lock
corner.
up there from Kimi, turn 4, then coming to turn
coming
6.
around now, and he goes 7, knocking Not Fernando down to 8th. Not Fernando into the pits. Kimi now approaching the S's. See, the guys are very cautious with the S's, knowing the track times can be validated, the lap times, and as I say that not Kimi have an invalidated lap.
Oh no.
Just a little too much on those corners in the S's.
I must probably put the track map on and see what's going on track. Probably would help me a little bit.
Not be a bad idea.
Probably would help me a little bit. Do you have the trial map on or just a small portion of
no,
the map?
No, I go the whole map, because then you can actually see which sectors are the yellow flags. At least one thing, even if they made the liveries on the Merc black, the car indicator on the map will remain the same color. Still that turquoise color. 25 seconds to go, so whoever's on the hard lap, as will be their last lap. Those in the pits are done.
Ooh, Kimi sitting on
Big lock-up, but he kept it together.
Purple first sector.
Can he keep it together? Because it's the second sector that's been killing him. Quinton is in the pit, so not Sebastian is out. Matt is out, so Safwan Quinton will remain second unless someone can kick him off there. Oh no, not Kimi invalidates again.
Invalidated again.
It's just as he comes out of that last part of it. He keeps it together first and middle, and then that last part he just runs a little too wide. But yeah, I've seen it. Corner cutting in this game is a bit much. It's worse than it was before. Very strict. But anyway, that's Kimi. Kimi will pretty much start in 9th. Adi on the outlap, I'm not sure why, because there was not enough time to begin with. So Adi will also finish with no time posted. Matta coming around now as well.
Is he gonna? Yeah, that's
and yeah, Matta goes fastest.
At least this time he's not driving backwards into the pit.
Not Sebastian going very slow, so yeah, he's done.
Well, I thought we would see. Where is AD going? Drove straight through the pit, didn't
out again. No, that, and of course, tonight he tried to join.
And now he's doing the lap.
Yeah, but tonight, remember, he tried to join, and when he tried to join, he says, no, you have been kicked because of cheating. So he's really having some internet issues. Where's his network for you?
That's very strange.
Where's his network thing?
Besides my own experience, where I pitted 3 times and the bloody pit crew didn't change my tires, I've never seen someone drive through the pits, not stop. It's like serving a drive-through penalty. What the hell? But okay.
Yeah, well, we just did a drive-through in qualifying for us. But that's network. It's all coming down to a dodgy network.
Unless it's AI driving.
Not Fernando, Combox. What? You talking about the Combox? Devin's favorite thing is Comsocky. What? Huh? To see Fernando making a comment there, Combox? Question marks? And still it looks like AD is doing. Yeah, he's still going full speed. This is weird, and it's still not showing checkered flag next to his name.
Exactly, but
this is going to be the next guy that's going to have to leave a lobby because this is now causing the lag here.
But it's still on sector 1 is showing 1 minute 7 seconds.
No, and he doesn't even show checkered flag. He went over the start finish line twice after the time run down. She's Francois, you crazy. Oh, kom hier in, all fighting, and dan kom my non-boys evening Devon. She's first is fighting.
Francois.
Oh wow, and then a huge dead stop, and it shows he's in the pits. No, this is lag at its ultimate best. AD, your network connection boot. Nee, Swiss, ek gaan nie te veel stel aan die wat jy kan uitsit want ouens se internet en YouTube. Ag nee, wat ek wil nie in die stream opneekie. Just leave it at that. Want as it is al klaar iets soos jy kan sien, ons lag woes.
There we go. Top 3, Quinton, Sebastian.
And thank you for not Fernando answering the question before I could get there. Not Fernando just saying a PS4 is only capable of the output unless you have a Pro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and by the way, Frans was just reminding you there, it's Frana in wolf letters. Frana, please, Devon. There we go, just confirmation. Matta taking the pole again, 2 weeks in a row. Not Sebastian, of course, going to line up the right way next to him in second place, and of course we have Quinton also in the mix. So interesting starts coming up. Ja, nee, nou kyk Fran, ons is nie almal wat GoPro's is nie, hoor. Ons praat nie van camera goed van jou nie, daar is nou extreme stuff. And yeah,
Alright,
Devin,
let's-
talk about Kailami. You missed out. Yeah, Fran Entertainers with his GoPro and camera technology. Yeah, you missed an epic one. Let's
Well, if
hope.
it's
Let's
hap-
hope.
it's
Let's
happening
hope.
this year.
It's set for December. Let's hope it takes place, and let's hope all of us can go again. That would be fun.
Well,
And Francois will bring us his GoPro again, and he will show you the shots that he takes as those racing cars come past. And I hope we take the same corner. We had Sunset Corner. Right, somebody ready it up. We're just waiting for the timer to run out, or until everybody ready it up, which is normally the first mentioned. Just tuning with race strategies. And Chen did join. We got Chen. Chen is here. Chen is back.
oh wow! Welcome, Boyki. Nice seeing you. I was wondering where he was. He didn't.
Now
he
Devin
really-
Devin sounds just like a teenage boy who sees the porn up for the first time.
Let me get my premium membership going then.
Gavin is gonna be so jealous of you.
Alright, I see
And
they are off on the
formation lap.
formation lap.
Formation lap is a go. Nou Franne, meneer worry nie. Devin het gesê hy is definitief daar. Hy bring vir Chen saam.
Ja, ons kom af. Ons kom. If we allow.
Hoor jy Franne, typical KP. Hulle kom af. Meantime is dit kom op.
Well, if
Ja, hy veld is hoër as wat die Kaap is, maar hulle sien dit nie so nie.
yeah. If
20
the
drivers to
organisers-
start, eh? 20 drivers. Oh, here comes a big one.
If the organizers actually allow spectators, we will be there.
Definitely. If we have a race is going to take place, and of course we know we can attend, we will definitely be there. And we're going to camp out the same place, and I think this time around we must take a braai and stuff with, and go big. Seeing the pit stop predictions there, it all just depends how long you can make these tires of yours last. Judge and Chen,
wonder,
these
I'm
guys have been
hoping-
racing together before, of course. Chen only joined F1 last season, but they know each other
Oh,
from
there we go.
Project Cars, and now, of course, Assetto Corsa Competizione. So
I don't
these
think
guys
Steph
have
is
been
on-
racing with each other, and we still
That's
got
not on
a
competition.
ghosting Carterboy by the looks of it. So maybe AI just with that car from the start. Yeah, that car looks like it's floating on the track, not like the other cars. I'm not sure if he's back. So sorry, Devi, you were asking about ACC?
No, I said Steph is not on ACC. I don't think he is.
No,
I know
Staff is
Phil
on ACC, but I'm not talking about the game. That explains his behavior. He's on something,
Guys,
it's ACC.
Guys, this is lining up.
Of course,
For
as
the
at,
grid.
of course, we will not have any reaction from Steph coming up now. He's lining up on the grid. Yeah, Carter Boy in that Ferrari definitely ghosting.
Predictions.
Do we have
Two stop.
Pickle? Looks like we have an issue here with Pickle as well.
Oh, there we
I
go.
don't- just want to get my favorite
And-
camera emoji here. There we go. And we are racing. Here we
And
go.
Muna's got
Good
a
start.
very good start.
Very good start, Matt. Also, Quentin right in the back of him. Be a freeway go here for the. Yeah, here we go.
Ooh,
Nice side,
Quentin
free
also got
side
a
for the
big
first
one.
corner. Not Sebastian have the inside line.
Whoa! And
Oh,
Muna
Matt have
gets
to run
turned
wide.
around. And he's dropping back 9th, 10th, 11th.
There was some contact there.
Chen
Him and
actually made up some good
Quentin might have closed the door on him there. Just closed the line a
made
little
up
bit
some-
too much.
Ooh, it's a busy. It's a
Force
busy
up to
down.
third. You got Renault
After
1
turn
and
three.
third.
Carterboy lagging. Oh, Carterboy ghosting.
Now that Carter boy car, but it's up to 16. But no, that car's ghosting. That's he's definitely not in control. Pickle looks like he's got his car. That car's not ghosting. So it's just that Carter boy car, yeah. So I don't think we got Carter boy in.
Sebastian dropped down from 2nd down to 11th. He would not be a happy chappy after that.
Not sure if he's
This
got front
Max-
wing damage there. But that
And
was,
Mata
I think he
actually
and
pulling
Quentin,
a-
I think he and Quentin made contact.
Yeah, Matter pulling out
Quentin
a
just taking a
the
much,
second gap.
much tighter line rather than leaving space there for him. But we will obviously know more if we can do more. Maybe there might be inquiry afterwards. We don't know.
flag.
Lap 3 already.
Ooh. Yellow flag in sector 1. Something's going on with my okay, it's back. 80 down to 10th, Nismax is 9th. But now it shows
Fernando in 4th. What the hell? That's lag. Vino in first place. No way. Versus yes, lag at its best tonight again. Springbok Gamer in second place. Yo.
Thought it's just me.
No. At the moment, I can't look at that because that's not correct.
Okay, I'm just going on to what I'm seeing.
I will be lying to you to tell you who's first or second. Where we go now, it looks like we finally got the right stuff. Matt is definitely first. That I do know.
Matt is first.
So we got the right information showing now. Quinton just falling a little bit behind. Looks like he's battling to stay in DRS range with Matt. Springbok Game already 3-second time penalty.
Not Sebastian got past 80 up to 9th. Chen got a... What happened to... He was 16th on a stage. See what happened.
Laprin already several penalties handed out.
Muna is...
Chen is showing 20th, but yet he's got cars behind him, but looks like he's ghosting.
Exactly. Staffy just got past Springbok Gamer.
Chen coming into the pit. Just keep in mind, people, this is the first time he's doing F1 2020.
I don't even think he had any practice. I think he just jumped in. Much like Nico Hulkenberg did today.
Got the game and he jumped in today. But yeah, there's a lot of lag here, and I'm not sure if it's really much his internet, because he got a solid connection. He upgraded recently. We already saw some weird stuff.
I'm getting the same.
No, but there's lots of lag in this lobby tonight.
Kimi chasing down Force 18th within the DRS zone.
And even not Maverick confirming what I just said now. Even him spectating noticed it. Thanks there, Divi saying the lobby looks messed up, and it is unfortunately the case.
Nismax onto Boinkies coming into the stadium section.
It's like commentating on a horse race being blindfolded.
Turn 17, he should have DRS coming out of turn 17 onto sector 1.
Just hanging there just outside DRS range from Force, but Matt extending that gap even further to Quinton, and looks like Force is gaining on Quinton.
Kimi gaining on Rob. Sebastian. Muna just used the DRS to pass.
Just say Muna, because you like a tongue twisting freak tonight. Because you just want to say Kimi. We know that's your man.
Let's see what's happening down. Legend got overtaken by Dino.
A lot of ghosting, a lot of lagging, a lot of weird stuff happening. When people run in positions they're not supposed to. I mean, we even in quali saw AD go into the pit lane the wrong way around. Somehow he managed to drive from the exit part into the pits, like he's doing a reverse track, or going the other way around. But yeah, some weird stuff tonight. Quinton still now more than 2 seconds behind, and Force is within DRS range. Can Force put him under pressure? He would love to get into second place. Very good for Renault.
Nismax got ahead of Boinkies. Boinkies 4 tenths behind Nismax now. It's Sebastian not catching.
Force will have DRS now. Just a little bit too far back. Now it's a long straight. Not Sebastian with fastest lap. It's a long straight, but just not enough here. Now looks like it keeps showing yellow flag here in first corner. But there's no action here, nothing to validate the yellow flag, but it's still showing yellow. Oh, now we got yellow in the start-finish line. Chen ghosting. Carter Boy ghosted from the start, so it's safe to say Carter Boy is not in it anymore.
Ooh, Chen with a 5-second penalty for speeding.
But it shows Chen is on. But it shows Chen is on the track.
I have no idea
what we see tonight about Chen and what is really happening with Chen. Yeah, no, your guess is as good as mine.
Kimmy's got DRS.
Quinton falling further and further back.
Why am I keep saying Kimmy? Muna.
Because I said, it's your man, you're obsessed with him. Ever since Silverstone last season.
I do have a fatal attraction towards that.
And all of a sudden, Jeff Dunham comes to mind. That one show with Peanut, where Peanut goes, you gay.
Pickle on Jean should have the inside line, but would he need it to? No, he's going to make a pass fairly simple up into turn 1.
DW, I don't want to accuse people. Please, people, don't get me wrong. I'm just, from my point, I was riding on board there with Matte, looking to the side because it was actually 3 guys going for corner 1. Muna at the inside, Matt at the outside, and in between was Quinton. And it looked like Quinton closed the door on Muna and took a very tight line into corner 1, and which actually caused Muna to go spinning. Unless, of course, Muna got bumped from behind, but you'll just have to wait to see afterwards. But from what I saw, it looks like Quinton might have just went a little bit too tight for him.
Not Sebastian chasing down Nismax.
Well, not Sebastian. Good recovery drive already, to 6.
Yeah, very good. Oh, I suppose it's a good drive from all 20 guys on track.
Force just hanging on to Quinton. He just don't get enough drag here. Not enough toe either. He just, as much as Quinton falls back from Matt, Force just can't get hold of Quinton. As I say that, all of a sudden now he's gaining. He's going to go in the inside. And Force is going to make a move on Quinton. Is he? And Quinton again. Oh, just enough space, but Quinton not backing out of it.
Well, if Force had a better line.
First DRS don't really mean much. It's all about the start-finish line. So that was the closest Force managed to get to him. So hopefully Force can just stick with him and we can see a repeat next time round. Not Kimmy just still staying in range. He's just too happy to let them fight. Of course, if they fight and trip over each other, that's 2 positions for him.
Exactly. Well, this fact, Force is just struggling to hang on in the corners. It's like he's running a little bit of a higher dive, lower downforce setup.
Nie net die Katerboys ek het some serious lag issues daar op die kant ook gesien. Maar ja, ek dink die Katerboys is van die groot bydraers. As dit so aangaan, sorry, volgende seisoen ons kan nie so aangaan nie.
He's closest 16
time.
Oh, you
coming, he's closing, but he's not closing as rapid as he did the last time round. So he's not going to make it this time.
He was much closer last time around. Not Sebastian, 7/10.
Meantime, Matt is just getting further and further away, of course. As we all know, that guy's an alien.
Well, Force 2/10 now.
That's Maxwell trying to keep not Sebastian at bay. RZDV pressurizing Boinkies as well, so a couple of battles happening in front.
Chin running on his own. And Pickle with a 3-second penalty. Sebastian should have DRS coming out of turn 11. Ooh, I cannot hear my co-commentator. Mr.
A lot of things happening. Yeah, no, I'm here. Of a lot of things happening tonight. I wouldn't be surprised.
See, Sebastian's got 3
Ja, jou skool DV, dis jy wat so maak.
17.
RDV just not close enough. He's basically having what Force is, and as I say, what Force has, Force makes a move. Can he make it stick? Yes, Force is through, but he picks up. Yeah, just took a bit too much corner there, but he was just so focused to get in front of Quinton when he. So can he get away from Quinton now? If he does, it will be both Renaults in front getting away from the pack. If he can build a gap, he can cancel out this penalty, but he needs to get away from Quinton.
Rob
Nee, DV, my earphones nou en dan neek rond. Ek wil vir my proppe earphones kry wanneer ek my PS5 koop. Nie hierdie cheapies meer gebruik, die proppe stuff. So I'm open for suggestions. Dit jy is die expert. Vino also time penalty. The penalties are coming thick and fast tonight.
At least the pop-ups are working.
Improvement compared to last week.
Vino got past Jean. But he runs. Jean runs wide. 3-second penalty.
Another penalty for Legend.
I don't even want to go look at that penalty list.
I knew.
Do I dare? Nismax close.
Now Quinton feeling what Force felt. Get for DRS, but just not close enough.
Kimi running wide. Nismax on him. Muna's also in
also there. Freeway fight here for and not Sebastian has got some serious pace. Can't help but to feel it. If he can get past these two, he will be able to chase. And he's going to have an inside line. Can he make that move? Nismax almost lost the back end of the car.
And a little bit
not Sebastian still there. Not Sebastian had to back out kind of there. Last place you want to do that. He's coming through the S's. So for now he's back into 6th place. Because these guys have been racing with each other for many seasons, so they would know each other's every move. Because the other guy that used to be in that mix is obviously watching tonight. Because he knows all of their moves because he had first-hand experience wheel to wheel with him. Because multiple champion, Mr. Not Maverick. See Quinton, no, but Quinton's out of DRS now. Force actually managed to get out. Oh, and there we go. Nismax actually going to make a move on Kimi. Going to have to go the long way around. And he's going to have a better line and he's through. Doing kind of like a force move there. Oh, can Not Sebastian bounce as well? Not this time. Of a moment of these 3 guys for 4th place. Poinky is now behind RZDV. RZDV did manage to pass him.
Gav got past Legend as well. Legend falling back a little bit now to Gav. Not Sebastian in a 3-second penalty. Just riding a board here. Looking back through the stadium section. Ooh, that's a very pretty picture. We're not getting so close to the bumper, to the gearbox of that Red Bull. See, any other close battles?
Oh, can Kiwi's going to dive on the inside. And yes, he's going to use DRS.
Ooh!
Oh. So close.
Well done.
Well done, boys.
Well done.
Great racing.
As we speak about these 3 battling, I see
TNB
that the
Renault
boys are running away in front.
Yeah, Force is getting away from Quinton. And Force, like, he will be happy. The bloody cement bagger times 10. The group, when you come on the night and you do that. I also don't believe him as well. It's like Rob. Cock, but yeah, when you end up on the podium, yeah, no, sandbaggers, all of them.
See, Muna just showing Wazzy that he is there. Don't forget about me.
What are you doing this time with Nismax?
Ooh, not getting a
Sebastian very close.
Getting very close
but
to that gearbox.
Kimi's got DRS as well, so able to just fend him off a little. Oh wow, and Matt's already coming around to lap people. Hakimi's going to have a go again on this, Max.
He's doing, and he's got a.
And he's going to make it. Kimi's through. Kimi's through. Oh, he's here. Oh, and this Max went spinning. And that allowed Bastian through. RZDV through as well, but another penalty there for him. A little bit of contact there, but no malicious intent. These two were racing hard, wheel to wheel.
Yeah,
they allowed each other space, just a bit of corner there. Car not having full grip, it's always known to happen.
If I could ask, what is the number on that car?
Which one?
Of Nismax.
You had to go there. You just had to go there. We all know that is Vettel's car, and that is the Ferrari that tends to spin the most.
Vino is 16th on Nismax.
Yeah, of course. The recovery drive now for Nismax.
Sebastian did a nice
wow, Force actually now almost 3 seconds ahead of Quinton. Quinton just not able to hold on to those Renault boys in front.
The Renault boys, yeah. Let's just see.
And RZDV closing down, not Sebastian and not Kimi, little by little. And he's dragging Boinkies with.
Ooh,
not Sebastian making, yeah, he's through. Not Sebastian is through. Into 4th he goes. And he's got some serious pace. And he now chase after Quinton.
We haven't spent
much time on... He qualified in 2nd, so he showed he's got some pace to hang with Renault boys.
Fernando is 14th on Springbok Gamer. Let's see, can it be done before turn 1?
Nope. Springbok Gamer took the inside, defended well.
Wenkies and RZ on Rob coming out of turn 10 and 11. Should have DRS, but too far back. Let's see, would he, depending on his exit out of turn 17 coming, would he have DRS, or should he, would he have a better run?
Force now to lap chain
out of into turn 1.
And a ghosting Ferrari again.
Nismax into the pits. I wonder if there was not in the front and no wing.
Scheduled stop perhaps.
Yeah, I didn't see any wing going on there.
No, I also didn't see any wing damage. It was just a mere plain straightforward spin around.
Force can't hang on to his teammate 6 seconds now to matter.
And Quinton did also reel in Force a bit. Sebastian getting away from Kimi and slightly catching Force in Quinton. Sebastian now have to fight that coasting Ferrari.
Let's see, Fernando's still on the gearbox of Springbok Gamer. And Force, I think Force is listening to you.
He opened up a gap, yeah, because now it's over, it's just going 3.1. So just as he closed, he opened it again. So Force showing some good pace tonight. So Renault for moment 1 and 2, and if Force just stays on that one penalty, leaving the gap now, he cleared the penalty pretty much. So then the work to be done then will be on Quinton's side. Of course, still a long way to go.
It's only lap 16.
Ooh, and Gafpick having a dismal afternoon in 17th, but he made it clear before the start of the race, he's now completely off all assists. So he's taking on F1 2020 with no assists. That is something he wants to achieve.
Ooh, Vino is 3/10 on Boinki's stadium section. Should have DRS coming out of turn 17 onto that stretch, or that straight. I see a not Kimi into the pits, Vino into the pits.
Springbok game have pitted.
Oh, but Kimi got a new nose going on there, some lag on that.
Couple of guys already had some stops.
Wonder if it's going to be...
almost. Pickle almost lost the back end of that Red Bull coming out of the last corner.
Just before the race, the predictions showed soft, medium. Now I wonder if they're going to go soft, medium, soft. I doubt that they'll be going to the end with these
17 laps. No, this is going to be a free stop race. Trying to do a 2. It's a bit of a abrasive track. I think trying to push 2 is a bit of a tough ask. Especially if you stop on lap 17. Some guys already stopped.
Unless you go soft, medium. Oh,
Gapik now passed the judge. All 20, well, actually all 19 drivers never started. That car was ghosting from the start.
Boinki's into the pits as well.
Just bringing Jack to come visit Jones a bit.
And I say 920, but I actually mean 19. We still have all 19 drivers.
Yeah. Definitely all 19. It's just the Carterboy that we lost before the start. Hence that Ferrari's ghosting. Been ghosting ever since.
Sebastian is closing down the gap to Quinton.
Yes, it brought it down.
Ever so slightly.
Meantime, the gap with Quinton and Force is still hovering at 3 seconds. And as I say, that gap big win fastest. Gapik just getting some momentum back. The question is how far can these front runners push those softs? Then again, not Fernando also still on it. Ever since not Maverick left in inverted commas, it's kind of like not Fernando to show how far these tires can be pushed. Because of course, not Maverick, one of those guys who can really go the extra miles with a set of tires.
Do like a Jensen Button, stretch those tires till the end.
You should have been in the commentary box when not Maverick was actually still doing this full time. Race after race, he was always one of the guys to put last, and he was still, fast enough. Pushing it that far, he still did decent lap times. Some guys already put when it says 35 or 40%. I mean, clearly, if I should guess, if you look at that whole display of tires, his was a good 70-80%, if not more. And he still would do proper good lap times.
So, proper sandbagger.
No, it's not a sandbagger. There was never ever any doubt that he was sandbagging. Where you stood with him. He was fast and he could do it on worn tires as well. Forcing the pits and Quinton following to counter. Not Sebastian staying out. Can he make up time now? Doing the extra lap, coming out to just lap Williams way off Judge. Of course, as you can see, the car we're ghosting, that is one of our rules this season. The lap cars will be in a ghosting format if you want. So it just makes it easier for the faster guys to come through, and that there's no blocking or unnecessary incidents which result in a bit of bad blood afterwards.
If Mata should pit now, he should come out second.
Yeah, but I believe Not Sebastian will pit as well to counter him somewhat.
Well,
so which kind of means he will still be first and Not Sebastian will go back to fourth. Unless he can really push now and get something extra special out of his tires.
how long is the pit stop here? About 22 seconds?
About 23, yeah, 23, 24. Force is already gaining on him, so he's not going to jump Force in this round of pit stops. So Force is safely back in second. 2.7 seconds, so Quinton took a bit of time out of him again, but still he's in front. Matt's in. Not Sebastian stayed out another lap. Really pushing me soft, so Not Sebastian could be the last of the stoppers. 20 laps already on the soft. Matt and now him, he's by himself now the guy that stayed out the longest. Keep in mind this is the tyres he qualified on, so he already took it through a heat cycle when he came into the race. Not Sebastian, yeah, I was talking about not Maverick and what he could achieve, so Not Sebastian now saying, now screw that guy, I can do better. Matt, 9 seconds behind, Force 6 seconds over. Renault boys, now Matt and Quinton, those guys will still be in front. Now, Not Sebastian must be careful of Vino because Vino could potentially jump him.
Oh, the only people that have not stopped is Muna, Legend, and Springbok Gamer.
No, Legend have stopped. That's new tyres. Springbok Gamer as well.
So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
Needless to say, Pickle is also out of it. Pickle talking about black screen errors. Not Sebastian into fourth. Yeah, he's got a black screen. Vino is going to jump Not Sebastian. He's already at speed. Yep, Not Sebastian to fifth. Vino back, well, not back into fourth now, back in front. Importantly, Not Sebastian cleared Nismax. Not Kimi and Nismax fighting again. We all know what happened the last time this happened. Not Kimi will have the inside line now. He went the long way, made sure he's got the inside line when it mattered, so Not Kimi upper place. He's now back into sixth. Or Force with another penalty. Force not doing himself any favours with the penalties, to be honest. It was mentioned last week by himself. He needs to reduce his penalties because it's costing him places at the end of a race.
Rob is looking to get in on this battle between Kimi and Nismax. Any other Springbok Gamer is closing on Pickle. Should have, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but Pickle is ghosting in any way. Both Pickle and Carter boys out, so we basically got 18 drivers left. As you can see there, that Ferrari is ghosting. And that Red Bull is also ghosting, so we're down to 18 drivers.
Muna is putting pressure on Vino. 310's got a better exit than Vino.
Yeah, Not Sebastian is now right on the back of him. He's going to go for it. Outside line. But Vino kind of backed off. Or did he? Oh, it runs off track there. Not Sebastian keeping the inside now. No, but Not Sebastian move mate, he's through. Not Sebastian back fourth. Can Not Sebastian chase down Quinton? Because if he can be close and maybe jump him just as the next round of pit stops, that could potentially be third place. Force looks like did make up some time to Matt. The gap was at once over 7 seconds. It's now just over 6.
Well, some guys do prefer a certain set of compound.
That's
certain
it.
compound.
Yeah. Some guys prefer the medium, some guys prefer the soft. It also depends on the setup that they chose for the car.
Gav Pig getting very close to legend and should do overtake
As you
on
say,
the straight. Yeah.
can
Dino
someone at
coming
least
back a little bit.
can someone catch Matt just to give us a repeat of last week? Or is Matt just going to have a boring race tonight?
Matt very dominant. He's been leading since lap 1 besides.
But
small
it looks
overtake.
like again that gap got smaller. Force just take out a bit. And now
Force did take
3.2
out-
to Quinton.
sorry, he
So
took
yeah.
out 2 tenths. Springbok game of
Force
fun in the
hold it
pit.
together and to be do consistent lap times. And as I say that, another 30-second time penalty for him.
Rob is catching Nesmax. Nesmax was not too far behind.
Kimmy,
Kimmy.
your man.
The
Your
battle
main
for
man.
fifth. Oh, the battle for 6, sorry. I wonder if Force just lost a little bit of time, or if Matt just overheard and
Yeah, Matt got away and Quinton is gaining, so it can be actually that he lost a bit of time.
ooh, Fernando is closing in on Judge. Turn 5 coming up to turn 6.
I could only imagine not Fernando when he's right in the gearbox of the judge. We'll shoot him, yeah, frick, move over you P. I will not repeat the full word, not at this stage. But then again, after my co-commentator Mr. Alice 2 weeks back on the podcast, he pretty much opened the door to that.
Well, that I really do apologize for.
No,
that.
you opened the door. Don't
is
feel bad
why.
about it. You just did what everyone else wanted to do. Now the door's open. Now we can go nuts.
I wasn't thinking at that point in time. It's
Ah.
not a rare occasion.
Okay, Quinton again starting to fall back. Just about
There's no-
stay consistent for Force now.
Fernando on Judge, that's about the only battle
That's the
under a
closest gap,
second.
yeah. That's the closest
Yeah.
gap.
I don't.
Not Fernando, of course, on this harder tyres, so he won't be that fast compared to the judge.
I think Chin is going to retire. Ooh, yeah. He just pulled up to the side of the road.
But too much for him. Keep in mind, again, as we said earlier, he had no practice.
Well, he is reversing on circuit, so I have no idea what's going on.
Is it
He's
even?
going.
We saw weird stuff tonight already with the computer, well, with the AI. I was for a moment thinking that we might see that car going the wrong way to the pits as well. Again, Quinton gaining and Force losing to Matt. Gap now touching pretty much 7 seconds, we're in front.
Oh, Muna's also catching them.
Yeah,
Gap
under
down to
3.
2.6 seconds.
RZDV still putting Nismac under pressure. Come, Mr. Black Merc. Let's see what you can do.
Gavin on
Staffy.
Staff. Yeah,
That
coming
should
up.
be relatively straightforward.
Well, they're coming up to the start, finish straight.
That's what I
from
say,
turn
relatively
17,
straightforward.
Yeah, so it should be. I'm not sure what if
Here we go,
Staff is
Gav.
swerving.
Oh,
If they're both swerving, that could be dangerous. They,
can be dangerous, especially
Doesn't it-
Staffy is now swerving and causing Gappy to swerve. Bit of
No, but-
naughtiness way from Staff.
well, it doesn't take much for these rear tires to light up and just swing into a barrier.
Yes. Yeah, but if guys become naughty, that's when you need to penalize.
Oh, that is why we've got stewards. Steph getting a little bit out of shape there, out of turn 6, sorry. Muna taking out another 10th out of Quinton. Gap just under 2 seconds now. Vino keeping up with the battle for third. And
Not letting Sebastian get away.
Kimi looks like he wants to get part in on that action as well, the battle for third very soon. Not Fernando moving out of the way.
Kimi, of course, having some distance between him and this max now.
Oh, come on. 3-second penalty for not Sebastian over there. Okay, I'm gonna go do something I didn't want to do for this. Nice.
Do I dare ask?
Matt's got 1 penalty. Force.
3.
3, 6.
9.
12.
Okay, so that's 4
seconds.
penalties.
Quentin's got a warning. Muna's got
Probably
3,
on lap 1.
6, 12. Oh, wait.
When did he get for warning?
3. Quentin. Lap 3.
Ah, okay.
Muna's got 3, 6, 9, 12. 12-second penalty. Venus got 6, 12, 9.
This Max and RZDV fighting here, man. If they keep each other busy, hopefully Kimi can get away.
The unfortunate side effect of you battling with another driver is the guy in front gets away a little bit. Whoa. Suddenly it's very
and
cold.
Fernando's parts for judge.
Whoa, and Rob lost it. I see a wing. Missing the
Yep.
end plate into that Pirelli board coming out.
Let me guess, now Rob is going to give up.
That's turn 7 now. He's got the car moving again. No
Dropping
end
down
plate
now.
on that Merc. Ooh, that wasn't
Here
turn
comes
7,
Staffy.
sorry. That was turn 11. I do apologize.
Stadium session, and he's going to dive into the pits now.
Yeah, he should be diving into the pit. Ooh, it was very close to that pit wall.
Pit wall, and for speeding in the pit lane for good measure there. Now Rob is throwing it away.
That pit wall looked very close. Ooh, talking about close. Look at number 3 and 4.
Oh wow, not Sebastian is there. Force with another penalty.
But Force is losing time to Mata, but also losing time to Quinton.
Yeah.
Which is losing time to Muna. And as I said, they just drove right through a Ferrari.
And Vino's not far off this battle either.
Not sure if Quinton is not liking the mediums.
He dived into the inside very early. Gaining. Muna is going to make a move. Yeah, late dive. Oh, and Quinton challenges on the outside. A bit of crisscross. Oh, looks like 80 spun. Yeah. Oh, now 80 shows on the start finish line. Serious lag there tonight. Oh, bit of touching. Imagine being Quinton's Jeff. Soft one. This is Jeff. You've been awarded a drive-through penalty. You must box now.
Vino also getting in. Ooh, something flew off.
Vino is right with him. Vino's right with him.
Rob just had another spin. He spun on the straight. Just
80's car stationary on the start finish line. Wow, my word.
Well,
look at this. Talk about a weird lobby. And this is enough to confuse those guys coming around at high speed. Yo, this is going to end up in tears for somebody.
Oh, he shows he's in the pit now. Rob is going back into the pit. And Muna just got past.
Yeah, diving on the inside this time round. Surely Muna will make it stick this time.
Just want to see what's happening with Rob. And he's
very long stop. Very long stop.
I think he served the penalty there as
well. And Vino challenging Quinton on the outside, and surely Vino will make it through this time. Vino having a sublime race. Oh, not Sebastian. Yeah, touching those corners. But now the clever part is Quinton is keeping his nose clean, not picking up penalties. So if he can now just stay close to these guys and those penalties come in later, this is where he's going to make up his places. Approaching the halfway distance. And 80's car still showing a stationary on the start finish. Would have already been a safety car if that would have happened in real life. And not Sebastian going to the pits. Oh, and Vino. What a move was that, Vino? It looks like Vino was going to dive bomb not Sebastian into the pits and then decided to get out of it. A safety car's out. Safety car's out.
Ooh,
that might be why not Sebastian decided to pit. Because he pitted very early compared to the rest of the guys. Because remember, he was the last one to pit after the first stint. He took those soft tyres to like lap 20, 21 before he pitted. So he was the last of the front runners to pit. But he's the first of the front runners to pit. So he didn't take his... Carterboy disqualified from session. So we're finally getting rid of that ghosting car. So as much as Muna was the last guy to pit on the softs, he's the first guy to pit from the mediums. Only 10 laps. But of course, as you can see, the safety car, that would have explained. So maybe he can undercut a few guys. He decided to go also for the hard. So he's going to go now very long.
And hard, to the end of the race,
we're looking at what, 57 laps? It's possible. It's really possible. And now the safety car is going to back them all up.
Safety car's parked on the side on the road.
And that car of 80 is still not moving.
Forced had a spin, I think, because he was standing dead. He came to a dead
Carterboy 45 is out, 10. Yeah, 80's car still showing as parked.
But me, it shows in the
Pickle still ghosting. Not sure what's happening there because from my side it looks like the guys keep swerving for him.
I see the safety car picked up Quinton. Matt, sorry.
Yeah, Matt is behind the Merc.
I wonder who was smart enough to jump into the pits now.
Muna for starters. Now we got Nismax and Kimi in the pits.
Well, the only two that hasn't stopped is Mata and Fish.
And Chen now disqualified parking in a dangerous location. I'm not sure if this is them or just the lobby doing weird stuff. So if that's the case, then we don't even know what we see is real. Vino did manage to jump Sebastian and Quinton as well, so they came out ahead of him. But not Sebastian, back ahead of Kimi and Nismax. Oh, RGTV with another penalty. And there's Pickle now disqualified, parking in a dangerous position. Let me guess, 80 will be next. That car stationary, so that's all those ghosting cars.
Well, by it still shows that AD is in the pits.
I promise you, watch the YouTube stream. He's parked on the start-finish line. Oh, disqualified. Force disqualified.
Quinton disqualified,
ignoring yellow
flags. Oh.
Matter disqualified as well.
Oh, wow. Everybody's being disqualified at this point in time.
Yeah, everybody. This is a lobby issue. Because how can so many cars? Because there's Vino as well. So many guys actually being disqualified. Or is it? Because there's still 12 runners.
Oh, Kimi is
because Matter is disqualified, Force is disqualified, so both Renault boys from first and second place disqualified. Safwan, Quinton, not Sebastian and Vino. Oh my word, is it just one of those nights?
And then there were 12.
35 laps in, all of a sudden disqualified and the yellow flag is just really thinned out this grid. So clearly this, clearly 2020 don't like the full lobby. It's fine reasons to disqualify people to empty the lobby somehow. But I can't believe it, both Renault boys from first and second gone, finish, and not Sebastian and Vino following pursuit. Oh my word, this game is broken. Or it can be that they really were speeding under the yellow flag, but what's the chance of what? Yeah, 5 different drivers doing the same thing?
Five guys that are not amateurs. They have been doing this for a while.
Exactly.
And
like you say, they're not amateurs. They are not amateurs. They've been playing this game for a long time.
This is a
no, because it even shows the safety cars parked on the start-finish line, and it's already more than 3 laps. The safety car normally don't stay out more than 3 laps.
Drive-through for... Oh my word.
So the safety car is showing on my side is parked stationary behind 80's car that's still showing as parked on the start-finish line. The safety car is out, but it's parked right behind 80. Both 80 and the safety car is stationary on the start-finish line. And it still shows the safety car out, and it's already, 4 or 5 laps with the safety car. What the hell?
Did it not just give me a issue with... Did it not just tell me that Kimi was disqualified? Kimi's still ahead.
Yeah, it showed Kimi is disqualified, but like you say... Oh, I see here, Vino says, Vino passed the safety car and we all got disqualified. Now I think I know what happened here. As I just said, the safety car is parked stationary. It's standing dead still behind 80's car on the start-finish line. And looks like those guys now, when they pass the safety car, they get disqualified. This is a weird, crazy mix-up. I hope someone gets this footage off to Codemasters, because here Codemasters you're gonna have to get this right, because this is crazy shit.
And again, stop.
And they have to go past it because they can't all go saying, "Oh, now Nismax disqualified, nodding yellow flag." But what can they do? They have to pass the safety car. They can't go stand still, all of them. But the lap counter still counts.
Well, Kimi and Nismax is disqualified, but they're still going.
But now we're going to see the rest of this race under safety car conditions, where safety cars going to be on when it's already past the time that it should be back in, just because the safety car is camping on the start-finish line. I'm not sure if AD is still in this game, but his car is still showing stationary.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that is actually what triggers all of that. But if your internet is that bad, rather than just retire, don't. And I don't want to sound bad, people. I don't want to be, tell someone you're not welcome. But if you have internet problems like this, rather don't just pick up on the night. Because I'm not sure if this is a broken game or if it's all a contribution of some bad lag tonight.
Well, are they're not back up to racing speed, or the safety car is still
safety
standing?
car. Yes. And until that appears, it's not going to go back to full racing speed.
I wonder if we can get a driver in here to actually talk us through what's happening. And not Kimi drove into the safety car.
Yeah, but he was trying to now.
Another one. Gavin as well. Jean I wonder if they can't see the safety car though.
Now I think it was a matter of Kimi trying something. He was wanting to see if he can drive through the safety car, and hopefully in a way trigger it coming in, and so they can go back to. Because I was actually riding on board with Kimi as it happened. You could see how he gunned for the safety car, and you could clearly see the safety. You could clearly see the safety car was not ghosting. As I say, I think it was more him trying to push it to see if he can go through and hopefully trigger something that all of this can stop and they can go back to normal racing conditions. And at the last moment they realized, this car's not ghosting, and he tried to get out, but it was too late, and he went full in with his wheel, and that was it.
Just give me a second, let me just try to get one of the drivers in here, I hope you don't mind. Let's see if we can find out what's actually going on.
Vino asking for a 50% race, so it's like these guys want to restart. And Francois got it right here. Frana saying another Friday night, another abortion. It looks like we're going to get that route.
Let's just see.
Because surely you can't go safety car conditions for another 50 odd laps.
I'm just trying to get one of the drivers in here just to explain to us what's actually going on track. What they saw. So,
let's see. Which one? Hang on, I've got you. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Let's see. The judge now disqualified.
Nesmac stopping on the side of the road.
Nesmac's also
Do we continue?
I have no freaking idea.
There's only five drivers though.
I'm not sure if it's all the safety car. All of this happened with that car of 80 parked there. I still believe it's got to do with lag or something. Because again, watch this car. Now the safety car finally decides to move, as not Fernando crashes out. Finally the safety car woke up and got past 80, and the safety car is moving again. But let me guess, he's going to come around and then he's just going to stand behind him again. So not Fernando pretty much doing the same as what Kimi tried, just to get that safety car to move out of the way. And in the process sacrificed himself, but surely this is a race we can't count. I think it's 10 past 10, maybe this is a race that we have to stand over and rerun it next week. And now 80's car is gone. 80, I don't know if he retired or he left the game, but the moment 80's gone, all of a sudden things are returning to normal. So again, I say what I said earlier. It's not the safety car, that was 80's lag. I know it's harsh, I don't want to say this internet is crap, guys. Again, don't get me wrong, but the evidence speaks for itself. Because why is it the moment that pink car disappeared, that pink blip disappeared from the start-finish line, all of a sudden we're moving again. But now the problem is you only have 4 cars left. And I can promise you, those 4 guys would not want to know anything now about restarting a race.
No, I see.
Especially Staffy. But still, 51 laps to go with only 4 cars.
Well, safety car is still showing driving under safety car conditions.
Yeah, but now he's waiting in front to pick them up so he can start his 3 laps. So now he's going to do a 3 laps with him behind and then only come in. Because it's normally like 3 laps. Pretty much going to, buff himself up a bit. And RZTV then is going to be in the better position. He's got the hard tyres.
The safety car is still
and
standing.
he and Boinkies just went by. Yeah, he's standing still there on the start. Oh no, this is buggered. Don't even think if you can count this as a race.
We'll have some angry guys tonight.
Oh, we're gonna be moose angry. Like Matt's suggestions, taking the results from when the safety car comes out and award half points.
Well, I suppose it's on the stream, so we can just pause.
It's almost pretty much a 50% race. I think we can do that, and then just take the positions as they were in, and just award everybody half points, rather than doing the race over or now starting another 50% race this time of night. I mean, it's already 10:15 here in South Africa. So to start another 50% race is going to go really late, and I don't think a lot of guys would want that. So not a bad suggestion, Matt. Yeah, I'm of the same opinion as Matt, or basically let this race stand over and we rerun it next week. But surely you can't count this as results because it's a bit unfair towards those other guys. But if you restart the race, then it means qualifying, everything had to be done from scratch. Yeah, so actually just, I noticed where Boinkies also ended up at the back of a safety car. He did a Wazi and a not Fernando there. To see if he now can get the safety car moving, but no, also sacrifice him, so we're down to 3. So who else want to get the safety car moving?
Yeah, not like we can leave. There's still guys on track.
Exactly, so this still counts as a full stream. Staffy for his first ever race win under the most ridiculous circumstances. But then again, leave it to Staffy to win things like this. Yeah, see, and Staffy, and he's still freaking post comments there on the chat, on the stream while he's driving on track. But he's like 45 seconds ahead of Springbok Gamer.
I just got a comment from Vinze now, or from Chen. He's saying, he asked what happened because the server went down. He's not in the lobby anymore.
No, so, GW called it tonight, and I think that's actually why him and Carterboy and Pickle got disqualified, because they pretty much were not in it anymore. They disconnected somewhere. But DW called it earlier on the stream that this lobby was pretty much dodgy from the start. Safety car, really, this is now like 10 laps already.
Yeah, I don't think the safety car is going to come in though.
These guys are actually racing at full speed and nothing's happening. The guys that actually crashed out with the safety car done what these are doing. Just go on, race at speed and just keep going past it. But I think they were Kimi. He went past the safety car, him and Nismax, and then he said disqualified. But you, as you mentioned, although it said they got disqualified, they were not disqualified, they were still in the race. But then obviously Kimi hit the back of a safety car, and so did not Fernando later. And now Boinky, so yeah, they just kept on racing. There could have been people still in there. But yeah, as it may, we're down to 3 drivers.
But
this is the first time
like
ever. It's the first time I actually see a race with a full grid to start with, and I mean, with literally like 10 laps ago, it was still pretty much almost all of it. And now 10 laps later, you only have 3 runners. But it's under the weirdest circumstances. I'll bet you it's Staffy that wrote an email to Codemasters asking me crazy patch with that black livery came some crazy stuff which is actually going to help him probably take his first win. Because he's pulling away from Springbok Gamer, but then again RZDV is catching Springbok Gamer. And RZDV has got the potential to catch Staff, because Staff will have to put again because he's on the softs. Hey, okay. Free drivers, so it means also we probably gonna talk less.
Well, I suppose we can. I mean, you can't finish a race like this. It's under safety car conditions and everybody's driving at full speed. Come on, guys. This is not something that you can call is actually a result that is going to stand.
Yeah, Franavis is an unfinished product indeed, in my opinion. I still believe there's lag as well, but the fact is that safety car is not coming in also suggests it can be a potential issue on Codemaster side. But we have seen the safety car in the first race as well, and that was okay.
Remember, this is after the patch came out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, because I was going back specifically there before I got so rudely interrupted.
Ouch! Rob just crashed into that safety car to let that safety car move.
Why are we doing it? Because it already caused guys to crash out, so it's not worth it. Staffy, safety car, crash it, push it. Ah, Staffy, you loser. Yeah, so I wanted to say we saw some good. The safety car was actually decent, but again, we said it before. We mentioned it at the start, and again, probably commentators jinxing our commentators' curse. We spoke about it in the beginning. No, we spoke about it earlier. Talk about patch and things being patched, and one thing working better, and now something that was working is now broken. Yeah, there's a safety car. A good example. We haven't cursed the drivers tonight, but we cursed the game probably. And now everybody's having a pretty lonely race except for RZDV. He's the man on the move. But Staff is closing down from behind. He wants to obviously lap. So the gap that he's got, even if he puts again, he will have he's got actually a good buffer. With the gap he's got, he can actually do 2 pit stops. We're probably finally going to see, what, 6.5 seconds. We're going to see some action again, hopefully. Let's hope the 3 remaining guys put the show on tonight. Yeah, well, Ronald, that's something that I said, and I won't be surprised if a lot of people stop buying F1 after this, because you put your hopes up at Codemasters, you're a fan, you have high hopes, you believe, you give him the benefit of a doubt when it comes to the new game, you think they will get it all right. Yeah, just for them not to get it right. So clearly, time to boycott Codemasters and show them we're not going to buy their product because we're making car games. Because this is not what you want to see. Or they have to rethink how they patch freaking games. Was it really necessary to patch a game for a stupid livery, and now you mess up the physics?
Rob crashed into that
Don't worry, Ronnie. You were not the only one.
There
goes Springbok Gamer now. He tried the same.
Yeah. Steph crashed into that safety car.
No, why did he try to ram it out of the way? So did not Fernando, because Boinky said he tried to break the safety car by riding into it, but yeah. So Boinky was just one of the guys, because why has he tried it? Not Fernando, a couple of other guys. Boinky's lost it now. Not Springbok Gamer was the latest guy, but yeah, unfortunately it also cost him.
Yeah, so
if this is going to be the case, we're probably going to switch our safety car from next week. Staffy's got a hell of a gap here. If Staffy mess this up, nee.
Well, again, my point of view in this is
And
we can't use
Rob's
this
penalties
race.
as well.
We can't use this race results because it's not a true reflection of what should have happened. There's
Gamer drops to 7. I don't know if potential it might be where he was with penalties. But how is maybe if he's 7th or 3rd, it's a DNF for him. Although the game shows DSQ for some reason.
Oh, the guys who got DSQ, those were the guys that ignored the yellow flags.
I see guys already starting reporting incidents, but I don't know if I even want to take incidents into account tonight because of the lag and stuff that we saw.
Yeah,
Because lag bubbles have a different, yeah. Because you think you see one thing, but meantime it's something else. Can RGTV catch Staffy? Good gap, but Staff can actually take these mediums to the end. Another 22 laps to go after this. En ja, kyk, ek wens ek het ook 'n John Deere gehad, 'n gehakels gehou, hy safety car hierdie pad het, maar ja.
Well, we can quickly hop onto Farming Simulator and go fetch one, you know.
Grab a John Deere and just pull that damn safety car out of the way.
No, guys, come on now.
This is now becoming boring.
Yeah.
All the battles we
Guys.
had, all of a sudden a good race with lots of like a battle shaping up, all taken
Guys,
away from us.
Guys, 2 guys on track, just retire. I mean, seriously, there's something broken. It's not worth it staying out on track.
Staffy's got a dirty front wing. Front representation of Staffy's mind, very dirty. Staffy, you dirty bugger.
Crash into the damn safety car to get it moving.
He's not. Staffy is just one of those. Yeah, the C with what that 5-letter C word.
5 liters? What 5 liters C would you get?
NTS. Muna's favorite word. Come, Staffy, hou op poepel wees and just leave it. You are boring us to death here. You're driving like an arsehole.
Okay, I am going to do the same as what most guys did because I mean this game is clearly not broken.
I'm going to take
Mr.
the commentary box and shove it into the safety car's boot so it's going to kick us out also as DSQ, so yeah.
Cheers guys, sorry for this. But yeah, Mr. Co-Commentator, I will probably speak to you later.
Because then you might as well just stop it like it is, call it and give a win to Staffy and give it to Rob.
Exactly,
That's it.
because it's
Pointless for the
it's
two
not
of them to continue for another 20 laps like this.
I'm not sitting here for 20 laps, I'm sorry.
No, sorry guys, it's not that I want to
Sorry,
be.
guys.
It's not that we want to be funny, but this is not racing, and especially given the circumstances. of this, so whatever, if guys make a call, you can take a call here. We can. I can just take a little picture here. This is what it is, and we can take. But yeah, this is probably going to be a discussion offline. My initial view, and I'm still thinking maybe that's the way to go, but of course other people have different views. I'm saying take this, and we basically...
And Rob doing donuts.
Yeah.
On the start-finish stage.
Why has he called it? Why has he called it? Why has he said it's going to happen? Now Rob was just... Rob, if you're listening, I dare you. I dare you. He's coming around now. Just give us something good for this freaking stream. Rob, take out Staffy.
Anyway, cheers guys.
Come on, make my night. Give us something to smile about.
Johan, ek is weg.
Nou, cool. Come on, Rob's brake test team. Nah, guys, I tried, but no, this is not racing. This is not interesting stuff. No offense to the two drivers remaining, but given the circumstances, no, we can't really take this. I still believe we must rerun this race. Just let it stand over. Calendar doesn't have fixed dates. You know, for reasons like this, so we can easily rerun this. But it means qualifying, everything needs to be redone unless a decision is made to take the qualifying positions as it is and just restart the race random, custom grid and set it up like that. Otherwise, a suggestion from one of the drivers, of course, Matt, take it as it was at the time of the safety car award. Just give him half points. But let's see what's the majority vote tonight and what the guys decide. But this is going to be an offline discussion. This is going to be more than just the stewards. It's not a calendar, Staffy. It's a freaking track list. And don't become a real puss now again. Kom Rob's donut hom. Can Staffy ram the Merc? He's so on, so he doesn't like that black livery. Severe collision. What was so severe about that? No, well. Anyway, guys, sorry about this. We'll have to retry this again.